Now I get asked a lot, how did I get started with the sports podcasting? How did I get started with the sports content creation? And the answer is a much more complex answer because I kind of went through this in steps. One step led to another. One discovery led to another discovery. Different strategies, different ways to grow on social media, and it goes on and on and on, obviously. This journey that I went on with sports podcasting has been the best experience of my life, and I've done a lot of So I decided I'm going to sit down and make a video that I couldn't find on YouTube, honestly. A step-by-step process to getting started in sports content creation, sports broadcasting, sports podcasting, and everything in between. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you step-by-step to how my process went. Maybe it can help you skip some steps. Something I just didn't have back then other than looking at other podcasting YouTube videos. So in this video, step-by-step process of how Mike on the mic got started and all the equipment, editing techniques, social media techniques as I kind of worked my way up the ladder and learned more and more. So if you guys want to skip some of these steps and jump straight into it at a certain level, this is the video for you. All that and a lot more. But first, hit that intro.
I gave you fair warning, beware. Smack him in the mouth. For the end zone, it is. Up for the touchdown. Smack him in the mouth. I gave you fair warning, beware. I'll smack him in the mouth.
What is up, everyone, and welcome to the YouTube channel. I am Mike, and I am on the mic of the most electrifying sports channel in the game today. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't already, please help me out. It takes 2 seconds of your time to help make my dreams come true. Just tap that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell to the right of it, tap a like, leave a comment, your reaction to the video at the end of the video, or if you just want to go ahead and say what's up, I'll respond with a little what's up back. What's up? What's up? So in this video, it's going to be a little bit different than most of my content. We're not going to be talking sports directly necessarily. It's more of a how-to or how I got to where I am today in this entire production, right? With everything behind me, the microphone, the camera, the light that you can't see. It's a little bit off frame. There's a light there. I promise. The editing software, social media growth, and getting your podcast out there, whether it is just an audio-only podcast or if you have moved on to video and audio like I have recently on YouTube. I mean, it starts somewhere, right? I didn't just wake up one day, get out the military, and just start this. Bam, hit record, and start going. Although, if you can do that, I commend you. And my goal is, at the end of this video, that you can just start. Because that's the hardest part of doing this. And one of my good friends, Charles Peoples, what's up, buddy? You may never see this. You may see this. I don't know. But one of my good buddies, Charles Peoples, messaged me right after we first started, literally after the first episode, and said the hardest part is starting. And I could understand that. I can understand that. My experience in the military kind of eliminated that fear of putting myself out there, eliminated that fear of just getting started. But back before that, you know, in high school and as a young man, I probably would have been a little bit more afraid, or it might have taken me a little bit longer to actually just hit record and start. So that's my best advice. Start. Start with what, right? That's the big question. So I'm kind of going through a step-by-step process, right? I have the beginnings, I have the step it up a notch, and I have the full go mode. 3 different levels that I kind of saw myself go up in the ladder of sports podcasting, in the rungs, just grabbing each rung one at a time and working my way up to this. So here we go with the beginnings. You can do it! So first off, the actual audio or video, if you're going to be doing video as well. When you first start off, I understand you're probably not ready to make a huge investment monetarily into this. You just want to get in the game and start going, start playing, get your head in the game. And I'm here to tell you, you probably have all the equipment you need right now in your house. You're probably holding most of the equipment that you need in your pocket. Because when we started the Come On Man Sports Podcast, shout out to my cousin / friend Renee, who was my co-host of that show, all we used was our phones. I know you're probably thinking, phones, that's it? That's all I need is my phone? Yes, that's all you need is your phone. As a matter of fact, here's a clip from the first ever sports podcast episode I was ever a part of with Renee on Come On Man Sports. Roll it.
What's the future hold for Buccaneers, and what does the future hold for New England?
So he had his three choices. He had the Chargers, he had the Buccaneers, he had the Patriots. I think he made the right choice personally. Going to Tampa Bay, I think that are a little bit better than the Chargers' offense is right now. And as you can hear, the audio quality isn't amazing. The audio quality isn't supreme. The audio quality sounds nothing like what I'm using right now. And stuff that I look back on, I think that I probably could have grabbed for pretty cheap and used and helped out a lot. Maybe a headphone microphone. This bad boy is something that I use a lot nowadays for like TikToks, Instagram posts, stuff like that. But back in the day, it would have been really, really useful. As you can tell, the audio quality isn't awful with this. I mean, I'm recording on my phone right now. This is from my iPhone. And this is kind of what I use for all my TikToks and stuff like that when I'm talking to people and on Instagram. And it works pretty decently. I mean, this quality is a lot better than just recording straight to your phone or maybe as a headphone jack. I actually got this as a gag gift for Christmas, kind of as like a funny mic on the mini mic type thing, but I actually started using it a lot more than I expected to. And this paired with an iPhone or a Samsung phone, you probably can make some good audio quality content. And then as far as editing that audio for an audio-only podcast, I'm kind of sticking to audio only for the beginnings because that's how I started. Started on my phone, started just talking into a phone. Right, just talking into a phone, talking sports with my buddy, and that's how we got started. But, you know, you get a microphone that can attach to your phone or you use your headphone microphone and just start talking. Audio editing software, as far as what you want to use, you don't need to get anything too advanced. You don't need to get anything too complex. I would say just using the basic stuff on Anchor, which is the site I use, or Buzzsprout, which is a site a lot of people use. Anchor and Buzzsprout are amazing for multiple reasons, but the big one is that you can edit audio within the app. You don't have to invest in any expensive software. You don't have to go and download anything to your computer. You can do it on your phone and record on your phone and bring on guests on your phone. It's pretty awesome. Another great thing about Anchor or Buzzsprout or any of those kinds of websites that can help you start your own sports podcast, they'll help you distribute it. So they'll send it out to Spotify, they'll send it out to Apple Podcasts, they'll send it out to Overcast, they'll send it out to all of the big podcasting platforms, so you can really get yourself out there through Anchor or Buzzsprout or any kind of website like that. There's a few different options. Those are the two big ones. Those are the two that I know about, and I used Anchor, and it worked out very well. People can follow you. People can subscribe to you through Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and through Anchor and stuff like that. So when you're just starting out and you're doing audio only, if you just want to get on and talk, you don't want to bring in the face, you don't want to have the camera, lights, and everything behind me, Anchor can be a great way to distribute your podcast as well. Now, as far as in the beginnings for social media, I would say just start an Instagram page, start a Facebook page, but the main way you're going to spread your podcast out and get it out to new listeners is through your friends and family. You're going to have to send it to them. It's that simple. You're going to have to send it to every single person that you know likes sports, and ask that person to send it to 2 or 3 people themselves. It only takes a couple seconds out of their day, and if they're really your friends or really your family and they truly support you, they will take that couple seconds to send it to a few people. And, you know, once you send it to 10 people, if they each send it to 2 people, now you're at 30 people. They each send it to 2 people, now you're at 60 or whatever the math is. So, I mean, that is the best way to spread your podcast around in the beginning, because on Instagram, on social media, the way the algorithm works is they're going to suppress your content until you find success, and then they're going to launch your content to the roof. I've done a lot of algorithm studying, a lot of algorithm hacks, and at that first, 1,000 followers, 1,000 subscribers, whatever it might be, is the hardest to get, as you're even seeing on my YouTube channel as well right now. So I would say just start the Instagram page, start the Facebook page, start interacting with people on the internet, gathering some followers. But the main thing in the beginnings, friends and family. Hey, if you think you're annoying them, then they aren't really your friends and family. You're not annoying them. Trust me, if they care about you and they want to see your podcast grow, they want to see you succeed, they will not be bothered by the link that you send to them once a week every time you drop a new episode. They'll help you out and they'll spread that thing out. And if they are annoyed by it and they say they're annoyed by it, now I'm not saying go curse out your grandma. But what I am saying, that if they're with you, if they're your friends and they're your family and they want to see you go up, they want to see you succeed in doing this, they're going to help you out. And in those beginning stages, if they don't seem willing to want to help you out, or they don't want to help you out and they're just blunt about it, you keep that in your memory. And you also keep in the memory who supported you in the past and repay them with appreciation. All right, let's step it up a notch. The next rung in the ladder, as I like to call it.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
You could stay audio only. I actually had an audio only podcast, but I was also making video clips on my Instagram page and on my Facebook pages. So maybe just start experimenting with audio and video just to kind of start getting comfortable with it, start getting used to it, because the real place you're going to want to get your stuff to is YouTube. And that's what I've kind of learned, and I've started to get my stuff out to YouTube. So if you're here, once again, drop a subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you. Anyways, as far as equipment, if you haven't already, I mean, keep using the same kind of audio recording equipment, or you can upgrade a little bit. I'm about to get into it a little bit. But as far as recording your videos, you can use your phone or you can use a webcam. I have one attached to my computer now, but this computer that I used to use back in the day had a little external webcam, and that worked out fine. That's what you see a lot of the Friday Night Wars recordings on. The hottest sports debate show on YouTube, by the way. Another cheap plug, but we'll keep moving. If you're ready to make a small investment, you can invest in an external microphone or a more advanced microphone. Not this one necessarily. I know this one looks real fancy, and it is a little bit fancy. I would say start off with something like a Snowball. That's what myself and Renee started off with, is a Snowball. This is kind of what it sounds like.
Stop hating on LeBron James. Stop hating on Tom Brady. Let's just appreciate while we got him. We don't got him for that much longer. Well, I mean, Tom Brady might not ever retire. But what I'm saying is that one day they're going to both have retirement speeches. They're going to both have Hall of Fame inductee speeches. They're both going to, I mean, not to be Debbie Downer, they're both going to die one day. And when they die, do you want to be the guy that hated them their entire lives? Or do you want to be the guy that appreciated them?
And you can get one of those for around $50. And I'm not sponsored by any of these people, by the way. These are just what I used. There's other options, other microphones. Just invest in something a little bit cheaper. Bring it in. It'll improve the quality just a little bit. As you can see, the step from recording on my phone to the Snowball is a drastic step up for, not too much monetary expenses. Now, editing wise, now you can start to think about upgrading, because you're going to be recording on a microphone now, so you're going to have stuff on your computer. Go ahead and download. This is my favorite software that I've found, and this is another one that Renee, he's a music producer, RCEE Productions, he suggested this software to me. It was very simple, and kind of started experimenting with it while we were still Come On Man Sports. Audacity. It's free to download, easy to use, easy to figure out. There's a lot of YouTube videos on the actual use of Audacity, but that's software I use for editing audio only, and I attach the audio to the video in post edit. But I would definitely suggest, once you get that microphone, once you upgrade that microphone, to go ahead and download Audacity and start editing audio. Start getting comfortable with editing audio and establishing the style that you want your audio to sound like. You always could just stick with Anchor and stick with Buzzsprout if they're doing you right. They're doing you right. If they're doing you right. If they're doing you right. They're doing you right. As far as the video portion, or like uploading videos to Instagram and Facebook, kind of what I used to do is I have a software on this computer that just you can cut and clip and put audio in. I mean, you just need something so simple that you can cut, clip, and put audio in. You could probably find a lot of free stuff that will do that, or you can even do it on your phone. I use an app called InShot, but there's about 20 different apps that can do the exact same thing that InShot does. All you need to be able to do to make the video clips part of your Instagram and Facebook pages is have an editing software that can do the basic things like clip, cut, add audio, because you're going to want to sync your audio in to the video. If you don't have, I don't even have the little connection that's going to automatically sync it for me. As far as distribution, in the step it up a notch level, as I call it, I'd say you're probably still doing a lot of audio only stuff. So keep using Anchor, keep using Buzzsprout, because they spread it out to all the different podcast platforms you need to reach. But another big way of getting yourself out there in this stage, I think you should start to really focus on building your social media, because your podcast itself, no offense, and this is everyone that's just starting out, if you're not a big name, a former NFL athlete or NBA athlete, it's probably going to grow very slowly. I think when I stopped doing audio only, I was not even at an average 100 listeners a week. I think I was probably around 90 average listeners a week, lows in the 70s, highs in the hundreds. And I had done it for about 4 or 5 months to build that following. And I was very appreciative of my audio-only following. It was an awesome following, because I would get messages and stuff from everyone that listened and reacting to the show. And I feel like almost I grew faster than the average bear. I'm not trying to brag, but I'm just trying to be honest with you that this stage of audio-only, it's very hard to get your name out there, because you don't have a face to attach to your name unless you start doing the video stuff as well at this stage. So I would say while you're in this stage, while you're in this in between, is the perfect time to start growing your social media pages. So when you're ready to go full blown, you kind of have a following to put your content out to. You kind of have a following to start building your pages. If I didn't have the following I have on my social media pages, YouTube probably would have 10 subscribers. I mean, I'm just being honest. It's a very slow process. It takes a lot of work, takes a lot of hard work. I mean, we still aren't even in 0.0001% of the goal yet, right? So here's some stuff to kind of look out. Start using hashtag strategies. One that I have a lot of success with is the ladder method. And if you want to head over to my Instagram, Mike and the Mike Sports, and just take my hashtags, take them. I'm here to help everyone. If you want me to copy and paste and send them to you, just hit me up in my DMs. I'll copy and paste and send them to you, or you can just type them in manually. Take a screenshot. I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me. That ladder method works. You can Google it. You can kind of find some YouTube videos, more details and hashtag strategies. There's a bunch of different ones, especially for Instagram. This is the perfect time to start working on TikTok and Instagram Reels. Look, time to have a serious talk with Mike on the mic. I know TikTok has this stigma that it's for their younger crowd only. I know TikTok has this stigma of being like just a bunch of dancers just twerking on the app. There's a sports community on TikTok. It is large. I mean, here's my following on TikTok. And that is in just a couple months. There is a sports community on TikTok. And when you find that sports community, you can find a lot of success. And I have Fanalize to thank for that, because when I first started on TikTok, I was also doubtful of what it's going to turn out to be, right? And he kind of gave me that push. And he said, hey, this is one of the best opportunities to grow right now. Here's kind of how I do it. Kind of make it your own style. Just bring your brand to TikTok and you're going to succeed. And I did. And it's been successful so far, in my opinion. And a lot of you probably came from TikTok that are watching this video right now. If you came from TikTok, drop a comment. I came from TikTok. So the people that aren't on TikTok can see you came from TikTok and see that TikTok's a great opportunity to grow. But anyways, people who come at me and call me TikTok boy, or I've gotten in disputes about being on TikTok before, publicly even. TikTok is the fastest growing social media platform in the history of the human race, the history of humankind. To pass up on that opportunity, I don't think I'm the fool here. Just saying. Similarly, with TikTok, a new feature on Instagram, if you don't want to make a full-blown TikTok account, called Instagram Reels, is a huge opportunity to grow. I mean, just recently I had something go mega viral, and it isn't anything complex. I just used one of the filters on Instagram Reels, and here's what happened. I mean, you can see it, right? That's a lot of people seeing, Mike on the mic, on their page, on their feed. And even if they don't all follow you, they're going to start to recognize you the more and more that you show up on their feed. Instagram's trying to compete with TikTok because they see TikTok as a real competitor in the social media game. Another sign to you guys who still are doubting it. They're trying to compete with TikTok by having something similar, so the growth and the potential to go viral is much higher on Instagram Reels, much like it is on TikTok right now. And I'll go ahead and say it. I'm telling you, everyone who has any idea of what's going on with the TikTok and Instagram Reels algorithm knows that this is a very small window. I mean, we're talking maybe another 6 months or so, approximately, before this algorithm is going to continue to shrink. And your potential for growth is going to continue to shrink. Because the more people that join a social media platform, the more competition it is, and the more difficult it's going to be to go viral, like you'll see on Instagram as a feed post, like you see on YouTube, like you'll see on Facebook. Much harder to get yourself out there the more people that join the app, because everyone's creating content, and the app can only push so much content. So hop on the opportunity now. That's the first thing I tell people when they say, how do you grow on social media? Instagram Reels, TikTok. Hop on the opportunity right now. Then as far as getting your followers and success from the other social media platforms like Instagram, like TikTok, just straight up DM people that you see liking your post, in your comments. Say, hey, I have an audio-only podcast on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, or hey, I have a YouTube channel. Would you like to check it out? I usually go into my likes on my posts, and if I see a name more than once, I'll go ahead and hit them up. Send them a DM. Say, hey, I got my YouTube channel. If you want to help me get one step closer to accomplishing my dreams, just head over there and hit the subscribe button. Check out some of the videos. If you like my stuff on Instagram, you're going to love my stuff on YouTube. And you may be one of those people. And if you are one of those people, I really appreciate you. I do. Now, here's where things get a little bit sticky, right? And here's where I've had some difficulty. And I'll admit it to people, if you're a peer of mine or, kind of in this journey with me, started at a similar time, it's really hard to find the time to go full blown like this and still show love and support for your friends and the peers that are around you in the sports podcast community. And I think the best way to do it is through your Instagram story, is through just interacting in comments, interacting with likes and stuff on their Instagram pages, heading over to the YouTube videos, leaving a like, comment. Even if you can't watch the whole video, watch a little bit, leave a comment, whatever it might be. You still got to support your peers, but something that I've learned, and it's very recently, don't spam or don't send your posts, don't send your videos, don't send your podcast out to other sports podcasters and ask a lot of them, ask for high expectations for them. Ask for them to use a lot of time on you if you don't have the time to use on them. And it's just straight up, blunt honesty. You know, I probably have 25 people that I would say I become close friends with through the sports podcast community. I can't listen to 25 podcasts a day. It's impossible. So I've kind of just pulled back on the reins, and I don't spam them with my stuff. I'll send them stuff that I think is interesting that we can have a discussion about, but really it's more for the discussion than I'm trying to get you to come and subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? So, and I've gotten better at that recently, but that's just a big point of advice, and that issue is going to start to come up around this stage as you start to grow with your peers, and y'all all are going to be doing your own thing, but still trying to support each other. Make sure you keep that in mind, that you have to support each other to stick together, and as you go up and you figure out new stuff and find new strategies that worked for you, share it with them. No big deal. But as far as watching every single episode, you got to understand that you're not going to be able to do it, and they're not going to be able to do it for you either. It's just not enough time in the day to do it. So still support, but just know what you're asking of them and expect to give that out as well. All right, the next step and the final step, I'm sorry this video is getting kind of long, but I kind of want to go into detail about it. I want to let y'all know how I got started, and if you're interested in getting started yourself, this video wasn't really out there as a full, complete guide to survival in the sports podcasting world as an upstart, self-start really. So, the next ladder, full go mode.
Oh no, you don't want the smoke, I'm in go mode.
Thank you, Logan Paul, for the go mode. The go mode, yeah. All right, I think this is the stage, and this is what I've recently gotten to. Set all this up. Set up a little bit of a studio, corner of your house, corner of your apartment, corner of your room, whatever it might be. Get a camera, get a light. There's a light down here. You guys can't see it. That's making the lighting look okay. Upgrade your microphone. Let's go full go mode. YouTube is the best way to start this just because YouTube is the best distributor of video form content. And it's the biggest. You got the most potential. You got the most eyes to reach. Everyone is on YouTube. YouTube even has YouTube TV service. Also, one day you can monetize on YouTube, and we haven't gotten there yet. And if you could help with a subscribe to get us one step closer to that day, I'd really appreciate it. But once you do go to YouTube, it's time to get off of audio only. Time to leave those days in the past. Now you're comfortable. Now you're in front of the camera. Now you're ready to be full go mode. Now you're ready to hit the ground running and get all of this going. As far as the camera that I use a Nikon. I believe it's a 3400D. The reason I use that camera is because I had it for photography that I used to do when I was overseas in Japan. You can get whatever camera you want to get, but I say stepping it up a notch and going past the level camera of your phone. Even though the iPhone's cameras are getting better and better, it's just as far as editing the video and everything, it's a lot easier to do it on the camera and bring it to the computer. If you have a good process with your phone, use your phone, but whatever it might be, try and find something that's going to give you good quality content, clear picture, and have fun with it. As far as the lighting, I have a ring light. Just a basic ring light that you see in all the ads. I think it was like $15. You can spend more for a bigger one. You can spend less for a smaller one. But this ring light does me wonders. I have a window behind that camera that you guys can't see that does provide lighting, but direct sunlight is kind of harsh sometimes, so I usually like to close the blinds so the room has some light, and I use the ring light as my primary lighting source. And it also is from below. I have it on the lower level down here, so that way my hat doesn't shade my face too much, and I can kind of direct the light into here. For audio, I use this HyperX. My wife actually graciously got it for me. I believe it's between $120. I think the most expensive one is $150, even up to $200. But this bad boy is beautiful. I can control my audio gain right here underneath the microphone. So if I'm coming off too loud, which I think I am in this video, or if I'm coming off too quiet, I can kind of fix it. So here we are. We're going a little bit quieter. Now we're going a little bit up. La, 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 la. So here we are. I'm recording at the highest level just because I'm very high energy, very upbeat. I like to be loud. But you can turn it down and up as you please. You can lower it all the way down or bring it all the way back up. I love this microphone. It has done me wonders. The only thing I have a complaint is I want to be able to change this light to blue. So HyperX, if you're watching this, I want to change this to blue. Come on, man, help me out. As far as editing, I would say this is the time to go ahead and step it up and really get into the editing. You see all the jump cuts. You see all the insert meme here, insert meme there. I do all of it on Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Premiere. I love Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Premiere. I've been using them for over 10 years because I used to just do graphic design stuff and artwork and stuff on the computer. These two programs together, you can potentially create a show like you see on TV, like a First Take, like a PTI, anything like that. Everything you see on Friday Night Wars, Mike on the Mic, everything you see across the board for me, graphics on Instagram, TikTok videos even sometimes, edited on Adobe Premiere or Adobe Photoshop or a combination of the two. There's videos and tutorials all over the place for using them, so start getting experience with it. That is the one I expect. It is a little pricey, but if you are going full go mode, as I like to say, I think it's worth the investment, and if this is going to go somewhere, you're definitely going to want to step it up a notch with your editing softwares. As far as distribution, keep doing the same strategies as before. If you're coming off Anchor, while you can still have an audio-only podcast on Anchor, if you are coming off Anchor like I did, I would say use YouTube to distribute your videos. Facebook ads, spend $1 a day, you can get it out to a few hundred people a day. There's a bunch of videos on that as well. I've used that in the past. I'm not currently, because I kind of want to establish my brand, establish my process before I start spending money on it. But if you're ready to make those kind of investments, make those investments. You're in full go mode now. The best way is on your social media pages. Hopefully by now you've kind of built a following. You kind of have some people that really love your stuff on those social media pages. The best way to distribute your YouTube videos is to send them a link directly to their DMs and say, hey, I see you love my stuff on Instagram. I see you're liking my stuff on Instagram. You're gonna want to tune in to the YouTube channel. That's kind of the best way to distribute at this level, because you're going to have a lot of people. And just make straight up videos. Say, hey, new videos up on your Instagram story or on your TikTok. The social media / growth strategies, keep using the same stuff you were using before. Make sure you're responding to comments. Make sure you're responding to people that are supporting your work, supporting your content at the next level. By now, you probably will have started to build a style, built a brand, built a reputation. Keep building on that. I would say to start to focus more on community building posts, community engagement posts. I like to do 1 or 2 a day, whether I do a question and answer on my TikTok, go live on Instagram, go live on TikTok, or just post stuff that's like, hey, I was just talking about this here. Let's talk about it here. Someone leave a comment. Community building content at this stage is so important. It's so important. I still did that wrong. Wow. It's so important at this stage because that community is going to help push you on YouTube and on other platforms. So there you go. Sorry, kind of a long video, and I don't like to go too long. I like to stay in the 10 to 20 minute range, but it was needed. I wanted to go into detail of each step and the most that I can. If anyone has any questions about the sports podcast journey and how we got to where we are today, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram at Mike on the Mic Sports, or hit me up on TikTok. The DM features on TikTok are a little weak, so I'd say Instagram is your best bet to get a hold of me. And just straight up ask me, and I'll answer the question if I have the answer to it. Before I go, just a few plugs real quick. Friday Night Wars, go check it out. I'm actually doing a giveaway as we speak. You can win this Mike on the Mic exclusive t-shirt, jersey. All you have to do is head over to the Friday Night Wars YouTube channel. The link will be in the description below. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, go to the most recent Friday Night Wars episode and comment Team Mike or Team Joe, squad up. That squad up vote is what lets me know that you did all the steps and entered into the giveaway. So go ahead, head over to Friday Night Wars, enter in that giveaway for a free Team Mike t-shirt jersey. I'll let you vote for Joe if you really think he won the episode, but come on. We know I won. Big things are coming to that second channel that myself and Joe Morley kind of teamed up on, so you're not going to want to miss it. Hit the subscribe button over there. Drop a comment what you think of the video, or if I missed anything, or if you found out any strategies that worked for you a lot better than the stuff that I laid out. Because this video is all about helping out others, for people that didn't have this exact video there for them to lay it all out from start to finish, start to where I am now, I guess. Because honestly, I looked everywhere for it. I saw videos on starting a podcast. I saw videos on sports talk. I saw videos on social media growth. I saw videos on equipment and using it, but no one brought it all together into one place. So I hope that this helps out. One-stop shop for all things sports podcasting and getting started. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Super appreciative as always. I'm Mike on the Mic, and this is me saying, until next time.
Fair warning, beware.
I'll smack him in the mouth.
I gave you fair warning, beware, beware.
I'll smack him in the mouth.
I gave you fair warning, beware, beware.
I'll smack him in the mouth.
I gave you fair warning.